Well, having completed one video in Oxygen Not Included, I thought, why not do another? It wasn't actually a lot easier than I was hoping. Or not as challenging at least as I was fearing, perhaps, maybe a better way of putting it. So before I just kind of get into the game, I do want to, one thing I did not really mention, for those of you who may not have been playing the game for very long, is that when you click on New Game, if you go into Survival or whatever mode you want, you select these different kind of asteroids. Some of them are easier and more difficult. And what you can do is you can actually click here, and it will actually change the. This is actually the coordinates. This is the asteroid that you will actually be getting. And what you can do is you can actually modify this and actually change the numbers. So let's change that to a let's do 9, 8, and it will actually change what your initial map is going to look like. For my seed, I actually have the coordinates. That I actually mentioned that in the first video. I will post it below if you want to kind of play this map as well. You would be more than welcome. Welcome back to the Unlucky Enterprise. I'm going with a with a Star Trek theme on this one. If you recall on the last video, I had kind of talked a little bit about one of the things I had discovered is that actually I do not believe that this map has any coal whatsoever, which poses an interesting problem as I generally go for coal. For my power generation, very quickly actually, after I've kind of started off everything. So right now I am powering everything with the manual generator, but that only works for a certain amount of time, and eventually you do want to move away from that because it ends up, taking up one of your duplicants for all that power. So it's kind of this an early challenge. Couple of projects that I'm going to be working on, I think, today. I definitely want to dig down here and grab that thimble reed so I can start up with some proper toilets. And in order to do that, I'm going to want to move this water probably over here. Um, Find a nice little space. I don't know. Let's see. This is granite, so probably dig out a space like that or so, if I can. Yep. And try to move that over there. And while I'm at it, I might as well move this water, try to get it down there as well. So I'll have to do a bit of digging, wall up some things up here. Maybe, let's see here. How will I make this look? So maybe I'll take a little ladder, go down to about, no, don't want to go that far. Let's cancel there, and we will build to dig over here like this. So I took a couple moments there to just dig out a little section here. I figure this will be a nice little reservoir area. Now, one of the problems that's going to arise is that my duplicants are not going to be able to get over to kind of dig this section. So one of the things that is a very useful kind of tool to do is to actually build it's called scaffolding. So I go here and I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, because my duplicants can only dig up about 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe, yeah, we'll leave it like that for the moment. Alright, so, we will start up the game and see how they deal with all of that. But I do definitely want to move this over. I'm going to get some of this thimble reed because that will be a great place to dump all of my my polluted water from my washrooms from my toilets when I've got those set up. Oh, I'm thinking maybe what I will do is I will pull this and go over that way. Now, one of the things I do like to do is I like to take and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll put the tiles kind of in the places 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so to kind of space out things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. I'll just kind of go ahead and do that all the way down on both sides to kind of give me an idea where all of my digging is going to work. So I did a little bit of spacing over here. So you will see that my duplicates are making these little tiles there. This is mainly just so that I know approximately where is kind of maybe the ideal places to be digging out around. So this water will slowly start moving in here. I'm going to put a wall over here and a wall over there, and eventually when I can actually dig through granite, I will actually continue building the wall that way, a little bit over. Now, This cool steam vent is really nice. It will provide me with some water. However, I do not have the technology to deal with that yet. The goal of the not doing any research. Need to do some research. What am I wanting to research? I thought I had. Okay. Oh, all right. So, I think before I go anywhere else, I am going to want to go for the space heater so I can get temperature modulation and insulated tiles. Now, the plan is to wall in this steam vent in something like that-ish, something like that. Ooh, there's 4 thimbleweeds. That is wonderful, and I do not have to go through any slime to get to it, or rather, I don't have to go through any slime lung, which will be awesome. But for now, or what I'm planning to do is put igneous rock insulated tiles around this so that I can deal with it at a later date. Because at the moment, I don't have any way to kind of dissipate the heat, and this will actually, with 100-degree water coming out of this, it will heat up my base incredibly, causing all sorts of problems. Now, to kind of help my plumbing out, I'm going to put we'll take that, deconstruct that, and I will take and put a bottle emptier, and eventually I will put my duplicants here to mop up all of that water there. Now, how do I deal with that? Water over there. How about I take these tiles and I make some extra tiles that way, and I start digging towards that water, just like this. And we'll go up there, and we will take and dig that down. Maybe not the most ideal situation. However, like I said, digging all of this out is going to be kind of the way to go. So, let them work, I suppose. All this water will hopefully head all down towards here, and I will eventually get all of this over here. Take the water, move that over there. This will just cover, oops, this will be about, I'm going to take and click on water. Hopefully that will just do only that. Okay. Eventually the water from over here that's been swept up will end up over there. Alright, we have been getting some research. We have currently temperature modulation. Ooh, that has gone by very quickly. Okay, so think. Using research station. So I've left my duplicants to get a bit of work done here, and I decided to bring my reservoir up just a little bit so that it continues to have that kind of 4-tile space here. And unfortunately, some of them are getting a little bit of hypothermia. That is going to be some problems that I will have to deal with shortly here. Research has completed, so I'm going to pause for a second and figure out what I'm going to do for research. I have washrooms coming out. Do I have washrooms? Did I do? Oh, we'll do sanitation so that I can get the toilets, the lavatories rather, and the sinks, and I will get myself a proper set of washrooms going that way. Now, I am a little bit concerned about my water reserves. There's a fair bit of salt water, so I suppose I could go and do some refinement of that, and oops, that is in research again, kind of with a desalinator, so I'll probably do that. There's a bit of polluted water all over the place as well here, so there's a bunch of water, it's just not a lot of clean water yet, so we'll kind of get to that as we go. So, I'll give it a couple moments. Unfortunately my duplicants are not mopping as quickly as I would like them to. Hopefully that will change. Alright, so one of the things I did kind of off camera was I really wanted to start getting some of this water mopped up. So I went ahead and I actually changed Barkley, he's eventually going to be the kind of my gopher, the one that goes kind of wandering around as to kind of get everything done that is not digging and or researching. So I put put the digging and building down a little bit, and what's happened is he's actually starting to, whoops, that's data, but he's mopping up some of these floors, and he is, the water is starting to flow into the bottle emptier, which is a good thing to see. My reservoir is done. I have no research that needs to be done. So, so far what I've done for research, I started off with basic farming. I then went to colony development to get um, employment so I could build a water cooler. Then went on to decor so I could get a flower plant and build a great hall. Um, then went on to temperature modulation, plumbing, and advanced research so I could get all of this in. And I've got combustion. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use the coal generator, so maybe I'll have to use the wood burners. I have never used the wood burner before, so this is going to be a bit of an adventure. I suspect, as I have not used it before, I have no idea how good or bad this will be. So, so for now, let us. What am I going to do for research? Why did I close it? Hmm. I think I am going to want to go into. Um. Oh, where are? How do I get? We'll go with air systems. I'm definitely not ready for electrolyzers, but it's better to be ready for them now than to worry about it later. So we'll start off with that. I'll let things go for here a little bit. Now, this is still erupting, but I think I'm going to make a mad dash down into this. So I'm going to take my ladder, go down here, dig this way, not too much, and then start building some tiles around this guy here to kind of cap it off, keep it from um, spewing a whole bunch of temperature into my base because I'm not ready for that. I've gone with insulated tiles in the hopes that it will actually not get too hot. And I'm going to build a ladder going up there, and a ladder going down there, and oops, yeah, and we'll take and dig this up. Now, the wonderful thing about this place, because I think it's so hot, there's actually no germs over here. So, I can actually dig all of this up, and I'm going to dig that up, that up, that up, and that up. And that should be enough to kind of get my washroom, my lavatories ready to go. So, I will be back in a moment once this is all been done. Again, this always happens to me, and I find that I try to make a straight line. There's always little pieces that I'm trying to cancel all the time. Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes here. Right, so it is cycle 9. I've got my duplicants starting to kind of handle or wander around the steam vent. I'm hoping they will deal with this fairly quickly because it will. You can see it's quite warm there. What's the temperature? It's not terrible, but I suspect I'm going to get a bit of scalding and issues when that comes along. If there's a way I can figure out how to get this water over there, I might just take a pump and pump it over there so that it's all over there rather than having to worry about getting it over. Well, yeah, that might be the easiest way to get it over there. Yeah, and I have some scalding. We will have to deal with that as it comes. Is it? It is not erupting. Hopefully it will start. Well, hopefully we can finish this up before it erupts again. And they're not happy there. So, let's take a look at... Come on. It's nighttime. Come on, Picard. Come on, you can handle this. You can do this. You can do this. Now they're going to sleep. Alright. Well, hopefully by the end of cycle 10 that will be cleared up and ready to go. You notice all of the mopping got done. So I think prioritizing, having one of them prioritized to not be digging and not be researching, he's starting to kind of deal with some of the things that are happening here. Now, one of the things that I do is I make sure that my toilets, or sorry, my outhouses are on 6, because otherwise what ends up happening is that I find that they sometimes forget it. And I use outhouses for such a short amount of time that I hope it doesn't affect much. Alright, so we've got this almost done. Once that's done, I'm going to have them grab all this, uproot all of this thimbleweed seed, and then I will start on my lavatories and my plumbing. So before I start planning out my lavatories, I'm going to, the research came up, so I'm going to get some more research done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, yes, we'll go to agriculture. It'll allow me to make some hydroponic farms, and I can actually supply all of the water into the tiles for the thimbleweed seed that will be I'll be using to filter out my. Oops, and doesn't. I'll be using. Pause it. I'll be using the thimbleweed seed to filter all of the polluted water, and I can get some thimbleweed seed, which will be useful later on. All right. So, new set of duplicants. I don't like Snorla's loud sleeper. It causes problems for the other duplicants. However, there is one that has animal husbandry. He won't be able to do research, but he has diver's line, which is nice and useful. I like it, so I think I will name you. What would be a good name for you? We will have, because she might be doing some egg hugging and such. We will call her Deanna. And I will probably have another one that I will call Troy eventually. So, welcome to the Unlucky Enterprise Deanna. And I will have you put you directly into farming. Because, oops, Sparkly, you're farming as well. Might skill scrub you and put you into something else. Maybe grilling? We will see. For now, I think my priority is to get animal husbandry as soon as possible. Oh, and while I'm at it, this is always kind of something that is always kind of fun. I'm going to give my duplicants their hats, because everybody likes a hat. Picard and Jordy will be my hard diggers. Data will be my advanced research. I suppose it's the only thing I can give them. I have 2 farmers. Yeah, maybe too many farmers. We'll see how that works. For now, I will put Deanna as, oops, hold on, priorities. I will set Deanna to be a builder digger. She will eventually go into farming, or rather ranching. She's already got a skill in ranching, and ranching is not easy to get skill points in. Alright, oh, one thing. I'm going to increase the width of the... I'm getting more scalding. How bad is it? Please tell me nobody is going to be... Oh, Picard, you're not doing so well. Almost done. Once this is done, I will not have to deal with this for a while. It'll overpressure, and what that means is that... Oh, yeah, deal with that. It will overpressure, and what that means is that it will not produce any water. Oh, she's slow. Won't produce any water. It'll just kind of stop as it is. I think it's what the overpressure is, 5 kilograms of pressure in these areas. Oh, gee, is she in that bad of shape? Oh, she is. You need to move out of there as soon as you can. Yeah, no more. You're done. Out of here. Bye bye. I might even want to make a bed. Do I have medicine beds? Triage clock. She is not happy. Come on. Deal with this. Let's just get it out of the way quickly. Come on, Picard. Be my hero. Get out of this. Get out of this. And I'm going to use it. Oh, look. He escaped. Come on, Picard. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Get out of there. And run. Run, 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 run. Eek. Yay. That was a little scary. Okay, I think he's going to make it. However, he is in some pretty bad shape. I think I'm going to make some... I hate to do this so early in the game. However, I think it is going to be necessary. Let's make a couple of pots. Just for some of these duplicates that are a little bit more injured. They're going to be moving so slowly at this point in time. And, oh, why are you going back over there? Get out of there. Come on. No more. You're out of there. You're done, Picard. You need to go to sickbay. I didn't realize I would be needing Dr. Crusher quite as quickly as I did this time. Alright, so we have our thimbleweed seeds, and I'm going to start building my washroom. So, we got space over there. Tell you what, we have our food over here. I think I'm going to build my lavatories over here. So, I'm going to put pneumatic door, 2, build some tiles along here, yeah, come on, there we go, why that came into there, get rid of you, and, now, for washrooms, I think the best way to do this is to go ahead and take a sink, 1 sink, 2 sink, 3 sink, 4 sink, sure. And let's go and build 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll give us plenty of expansion room. Then, hold on. How big can I make it? 48? Is that correct? Sorry, 64. So 64, if I'm doing my math right, that is correct. Okay, so then I need to plummet. So we'll put in, now I can go like this with that. And all these ones here have to go up 1. And like that. Now, I'll put 2 pneumatic doors here, and it won't let me yet. We will take kind of over here, give myself a bit of space here, dig this out like this. Might as well dig up there. I'll be digging this out. I find that actually leaving the tiles as they are initially is not a bad thing, but I do, at this point in time, I think I'm going to just need things. So I did a little bit of a remodel of my my washrooms here. I wanted to extend this out a little bit because I'm going to put my my plan is to put my what is it? My polluted dirt there from, or any polluted dirt that I happen to have there. I'm going to put on this side and on that side some deodorizers just to keep that cleaned up. So I just extended this out a little bit more so that I have that spot there. Try to keep all of that polluted dirt in here. Try to keep all of the germy water. This here will eventually be for any sort of kind of spills of polluted water. The problem with polluted water that I find is that you will oftentimes end up with germy polluted water, and what that then does is that means that you will have that then means that you will have polluted, germs in your in your polluted water, and that will end up in your clean water supply if you decide to kind of clean that up. The other thing that I did, I just realized that I had set this to a liquid, and when I set it up for a liquid, when I first built this, I set it to water, and I remember, I keep on forgetting this, but what will happen is that if you have other liquids coming in, they will get put in there, and I try to keep all of my all of my liquids kind of separated from each other as much as is possible, or I am able to. So I've clicked that so that I don't end up with any polluted water or anything else in there. So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. Oh, one more thing, Picard. He's in very bad shape. He's got severe wounds, which means -9 athletics. So if you watch him, he's moving extremely slowly, and these are not getting built as fast as I want. So I'm going to put them to a, I'm going to put them to 9. I don't normally do this. We'll put that one to a 7. I don't need that one as quickly, but I do want them built as soon as possible because he's just going to kind of wander around, getting nowhere, and end up kind of doing everything. Well, yeah, it'll get messy. So we'll set that there. I'll put Deanna in this one so that she's able to start getting better as well. Where is Deanna? There you go. You can go into there, and we will have the. All right, so my washrooms are getting in there quite nicely. I'm just realizing after doing just look at the look of the oxygen overlay, that my oxygen is getting to the point of being barely breathable. So I need to have an oxygen solution apparently. So for now, I'm going to use an oxygen diffuser. I'm going to just put it right there. I realize it might not be the best place for it, but it is right up in this area where there's going to be a lot of oxygen going. A lot of airflow with that going up and down. The goal is to hopefully have all of my carbon dioxide flowing down there and oxygen going up here. Please, let's get some algae over there. The other thing that I am going to do is I'm going to set the storage on these. I'm going to put don't want this all. I want to go to cultivatable soil, I think. Nope. Organic? I always forget. Alright, polluted dirt. I'm going to put that to a 6. So that it ends up getting used, it ends up getting filled up pretty quick. Now, as I was out, the decontamination came up, so I'm going to put 2 deodorizers, one there and one there, just to kind of keep all of that clean. And I did start researching sound amplifiers to get a hold of smart batteries, because those will be quite useful. My nephew was asking me, what are smart batteries all about? Well, the wonderful thing about the smart battery is that it allows you to... Get into critter ranching right away here. I'll do that. My nephew, he mentioned that, or he was asking what they were all about, and what they will do is they'll actually, for all you hook them up to your power generation by a automation, and then what will happen is that it will actually stop your power generator from using up all of its power. So, as for example, if you have a coal generator or or any sort of generator, they will run until they run out of fuel, and in which case they will ask for more fuel when all the batteries are full. What the smart battery does is it will stop when all of the battery is full, and then it will it will turn the generator back on when it is available. Now, one thing I'm going to need to do, if I'm going to use these washrooms, I do need to make a I do need to plumb them. So I'm going to take. I usually just go up this center, up here like this. I'm going to put the connector into there, and I'm going to have to power it. Now I am not sure. I can't remember. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I can't remember if hooking this up to the manual generator is going to work all that well. Hopefully it does not cause too many issues, but I will be, I think, moving into a wood burner right away once I've got kind of everything here set up. I want to get these lavatories out of the way first so that it can be done with it. And this is dirt creating some polluted oxygen over here. Doesn't harm your duplicants, but ideally you want to. I like to keep it separate. All right, and I have the duplicate. What do I have for duplicates or options here? Okay, so I have anemic. Yeah, I'm going to avoid that. The problem with anemic is that they end up being really slow. Gastrophobia, not able to do cooking errands, not too bad. A lot of strength, and good at machinery. I think this could be a decent duplicate to have. So we have a tidy. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with this duplicate. I'm going to name this duplicate Wesley, because I think that will work. He's kind of going to be rounding all stuff here, so we'll see. And for skills, Wesley, you are going to start off with. What do I want to start you off with? So you cannot do any. Wesley's not going to be able to do. Let's start off with improved carrying. I want somebody to be able to carry things. So we'll do that. Set him to we'll set priority of digging on Wesley. And that will do. Confined. Who's confined? Where are we? Confined. Where are we? Oh. This is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, there. Disregard that. Then he'll be able to do it. So, as I was letting the game run for the last little while here, I was noticing that the oxygen levels weren't going up, and one of the things that's interesting is that actually I discovered that I don't have any algae. So I went and I did a look for algae using the materials overlay, and discovered that actually there's no algae anywhere except in this slime biome. So I'm going to have to figure out an oxygen solution starting very quickly here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video short. I was going to hopefully let the video run until I had finished up the washrooms, but at this point in time, I think this is going to. So we'll stop it here and tackle the oxygen problem next video.